right, DZ. Episode 4, season 2 of Solo Leveling. So obviously, no fight scenes this time around. Cool. You know what though? I love when anime still keeps me intrigued, even when there's no fight scenes. Because this whole episode, I was still into it because of everything that happened in the course of the episode. Oh, yeah, it can't just be me talking about this.
I know.
God damn it.
But yeah, no. Absolutely, you're right. If I can still be invested and I'm still satisfied after I watch this,
yeah,
why not? I'm good with that.
Exactly. So let's just let's talk about some of the. We won't go too crazy because obviously we're a little over time. But we'll get into some of the things. So I love the fact that my man went to go re-rank and he put his hand on the machine. That shit said error. Error. I was like, oh, error is probably not good.
Yeah, not today. Well, I mean, but I was thinking that. What up, Jay?
No, I was just sitting here thinking like it's been a rough week because I just realized when you started talking, I did watch this episode.
Oh, you did watch the episode? I popped
nice.
It's been
a rough week, man. Y'all gotta give me a break.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So,
but yeah.
My man put his hand on the joint and it just said error.
That's just an error. I was like, oh, error is probably not good, huh? That's probably not a good thing. So I feel like obviously at that point we all kind of knew. I didn't know he was actually going to be considered S tier. I had a feeling, but I was like, okay, cool.
But I didn't think that's how they would do it. Like,
I didn't think so either.
If you don't, so if you keep getting an error, you're automatically S tier. You're just
S-tier.
Too powerful to be ranked.
Read by the machine, right?
But that's cool.
But he was walking around the whole time, not even knowing that he was fucking ST.
He knew where he was. He knew he was up there.
I think he had an idea.
He gauged his power.
I think. No, he didn't think he was.
No. He knew
never thought he was
anymore.
Yeah,
he knew he stopped being that a long time ago.
He knew he had exceeded that, but he thought as far as their ranking measurement was concerned, he was still there on E.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think what you're saying. Yeah.
Which is why he went back in the first place, because he was like, it's just time to it's time to let them know that I'm no longer on this E shit.
Well, it's kind of like he was like hiding in the shadows the whole time, just popping into dungeons and stuff and getting shit done. And he was trying to keep it on the low because he didn't want anybody to think like of what he's doing. And I got that, but like it's crazy because like so a couple things came to revelation in this episode for me, right? So like first off, I don't know if they ever said how many S ranks there were until this episode, but now we know there's 10 of them.
This is true. Yeah.
So I don't know if they ever said that before.
Maybe 10 or 9.
I think it was 9 and now he's 10. I'm pretty sure if I got that right. I'm pretty sure he's 10. Yeah.
Because
it was either that or it's 10 and 11.
The girl was the last S rank.
She was 9. Yes, she was 9. That girl was 9. So the fact there's only 10 of them is kind of wild if you really think about it, because it's got to be a lot of dungeons and monsters and stuff like that. Oh man, I don't know. We're gonna get into the comments after, by the way. And Polar, you're a troll. I dislike you.
I like how my man walked out of the joint and just kept the stroll like
yo.
Excuse me. It just kept moving. My man was like, I think I've become conceited. Like, bro. You really have.
He walked right by him and ignored it. He said, "Oh, you're Jin Woo." And my man just walked right by him, didn't say a word, didn't say nothing. He said, "No, thank you. Nope, I'm good." Walked right out. That was dope. Also, they showed his power when he went into the dungeon later in the episode. That dude who he walked by, he's actually fucking strong as shit too. I was like, God damn. So I think the other thing is, I kind of like the fact that this episode kind of took a second to bring us back to remember the whole reason why Jin was doing all this is because of his mom. Right. Because they haven't done that in a minute. So they actually put him like bedside with his mom, showing that like this is the whole purpose of him ranking up and trying to this whole mission is because he wants to, help his mom, save her. So like I like the fact that they did that. It kind of reminds you the whole reason you're watching this to begin with is because you want to see the good guy, I guess, if you want to. I'm thinking he's going to turn heel at some point in time and not be the good guy anymore. That's just my thoughts. But I don't know. I haven't read the manga. I have no idea. But I just think at some point he's going to become like too strong for his own good and kind of turn heel a little bit. I think it's where this is going. But I don't know. I have no idea. Just a hunch at this point. So here's the only thing that I will say I didn't really understand. So like there was a whole talk he had in there with another. This is where I kind of at this point I was paying attention, but I was like, I don't really know what's going on. I want to go back and watch again to make sure. But like he had a conversation with another guy who was also considered an S tier, I would assume, but he's retired, doesn't fight anymore. He was the first S tier.
He was the first,
right?
He's the first, and he's the head of the whole organization, because you know they've got
the organization.
So yes. He's the head of everything.
Yes, yeah. So when he's having a conversation with him, I'm sitting there going, and he's saying like, "Oh, this dude's retired, and he has the same power level I do, if not greater." I was like, "Oh, damn!" Like this actually gives you an idea of like power level, because I think the thing I struggle with soul leveling is power levels of people, because like they haven't really gone into it in depth yet to tell you like said person's stronger than this person, blah 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 blah, and then like to see the other dude, not to circle back, but like the other dude who fought Jin Woo's dad got fucked up and he's in a hospital bed. You're like, so how strong is Jin Woo's dad that he fucked up an S tier like that?
And
you know
that's why
like,
last week I said I think that Jin Woo's dad is like Jin Woo, and he is above
an S tier.
All of them.
Yeah, he's above all of them.
S tiers, though, I don't think they have stronger S tiers. You're just S tier, and when you're S tier, you fight on a different level. So that's why the guy was like, "Damn, I heard that a fight between S tiers can change the landscape." Right. I didn't to this extent. I don't think it happens like that. I think it's because dad was a part of that fight that the landscape changed.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that would make sense actually.
And then that would put him higher than them. So
do you think? So do we think? But okay, but Jin Woo's dad is looking for him, correct?
Yeah.
So that means at this point he doesn't necessarily want to fight him. Probably, I would assume.
I don't think we got a Baki situation here.
Yeah, I don't think that's what that is. I think he's looking for him for some other reason, which is like,
I could see some you left for milk and never came back kind of vibe like happening. So like, and now you show up, my mom's is sick, and now all of a sudden here you are. Like I could see him, pushing himself to test his daddy at some point in time.
Possible. We'll see what that fight is, It's definitely going to be interesting. So the thing that kind of confused me, right, is that, so what I was going to say, just circling back again, the first S tier guy who's the head of the whole organization offered him a job, I assume.
Yes.
Right? He offered him a job. That's the part that kind of, I think I missed it or something like that. He offered him a position or something like that, a job, and he turned it down because he said he wants to be in the dungeons doing the fighting and fighting monsters. Okay, cool. I got it. But my question now is, I didn't understand the purpose of them taking a lower level job to go do mining in some of these dungeons behind some of the higher tiered people in order to do what? Just farm materials?
Yes.
Is that all that was?
All he wanted to do was get down there. Well, it's for that and to raise his level. So going into the dungeons that he's going into, it's like it's not doing anything for you anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he wants to get in there, and that's why like he took this stupid mining job, and everybody went to lunch, and he was like, "All right, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go see what's popping."
Right. And so we also have to remember this. So there is the actual strength that he has. There are the resources that he has, which are the demons and stuff that he has collected. But there's also the artifacts and whatnot.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is where you get special weapons and whatnot. And so going with them into these tunnels afford him the ability to kind of like find things that are not, because remember, he was looking for a weapon that no one else had and whatnot. And this is where you find these weapons and materials and whatnot when you go on these, on these raids in these caves and whatnot, because you find top tier demons, and if you defeat them, you obviously get whatever they had and whatnot. So
yeah. That does make sense, because I remember he's searching there kind of like an inventory. He's trying to see what he could sell to get better gear so he could go back to the I got that to an extent. I think what kind of confused me was just how he was going about doing it. So I'm assuming he's just trying to, like you said, get more resources so he can go back, buy higher gear, go back to that go back to that tower and go finish that, right? I'm assuming that's the whole goal at this point. But then we end the episode with the fact that the ninth S tier encounters him when he's trying to sneak in through the tunnel.
We call her Shorty Dua.
Yo, I don't know what it is, but when she walked out behind my boy with the fucking fire, I don't know names. I'm bad with names on the show. Fireboy, whatever. Fireboy is. She walked out behind him and he said that what did he say? He said the line of like, how does she have so much aura or some shit like that? And I was like, oh, she got aura like that, huh?
And then Clay's just coming off.
She sensed him too. She was like, where'd this I just read this power out of nowhere, and then he disappeared.
My man dipped
he dipped in the middle, and I was like, oh, okay, he dipped. All right, cool.
Oh, damn.
So now we're about to get an S tier showdown in this fucking tower real quick, because it doesn't seem like she's gonna just let him walk away after.
She might. He may come up with some stupid excuse as to why he's there.
Possibly, but I want to see what she does. I want to see what her power is that she's S tier. That's what I want to see. I want to see what Shorty does.
Well, I think we'll get to it because remember, he's the only person that continuously grows. Like,
yeah,
they're all S tier, and that's where you at.
That's where they're at. Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be interesting.
You can't get any better.
Also, like, what's the deal with the freaking rag on the face? She had a rag on her face like the whole time. She was like covering her face.
She said something about the smell.
I think it was that what it was?
Smell after Fireboy burnt up the joint.
Oh, maybe they still okay. I was trying to
like the smell.
I was trying to figure out if that was like something to do with her. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because they like the way it smells.
But I mean, see, this is the thing, right? And again, I don't want to get off on a whole anime tangent here, and we can obviously kind of end the episode on that because it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Saturday at this point, so a couple of days away for episode 5. But like, I like the fact that even when you have an episode that's story building, you're still like. You got to find out he's S tier. You got more information about what the dad did. You find out there's 10 S. Like, you got information in here that's valuable to the story moving forward versus like a complete filler episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit that bothers me in animes when
he's getting groceries and shit.
Right. Like he's buying matcha tea. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck that you're doing that. Like,
he likes pistachio boba.
Right. That's what bothers me about animes. There's so much like filler in some of these things, and you're just like, yo, like, I don't care, but this is like nonstop, you know?
He turned into Lord Love and Thunder.
No, stop. But you popped in just to say that and piss me off. That's annoying. But it's even like how do I again, not to go off on a tangent, but even like Dragon Ball Z does this shit where they build up a fight for like 8 fucking episodes, and you're just like, bro, just fight. Fucking fight. I don't get it. Like, fucking hit somebody. I don't get it.
And that's what turned me off.
like, and that's not, I love Dragon Ball, but like sometimes I'm just like, bro, just fucking put the fries in the bag. Let's go. I need this 10 episodes ago, bro. What are we doing? Like, I don't need this right now. Like, just fucking fight. Do some shit. Like, I know for a fact the next episode or 2 that we'll be fighting again in the show. That's what it is. I know it's coming already.
Somebody's gonna fight.
Somebody's gonna fight, and I know it's coming. And I don't.
I think she's gonna push him.
Yeah,
and he'll have to do something.
No, I think they're gonna both go in the tunnel, and I think whatever they encounter in there is gonna probably be stronger than both of them.
Oh, really?
And she's gonna find out who he is in terms of rank and power, and she's likely gonna get hurt, and he's gonna have to save her.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. That's a good. Actually, I like that a lot. I just think that, like, you know, I think that she gets his sense of power. Like, I think that she gets the power radiating off of him the same way he kind of was reading off of her. So I don't know if she's necessarily going to want to fight him unless she thinks he's trying to like steal loot or some shit like that, or go defeat the dungeon for himself potentially. Like, that's the only way I really see a fight happening. But I know a fight's going to happen at some point in the next episode or 2. I don't know who it's going to be with, but I'm going to watch it. Let's talk about these comments and then we'll get out of here. Solo leveling is not falling behind and very engaging. It's still very engaging. Even in the dull episodes, it's engaging. That's my point. I honestly think he's beyond S rank. He's definitely above S rank already. 100% above S rank. He's definitely above S rank. I can tell you that for sure. The way he walked out or left was dope and different. I like the fact that he ignored him completely. That was dope. I like that. He you know what it is? Jin Woo doesn't have time for anything he doesn't want to be bothered with. He's just like, I don't give a fuck what you guys say.
Mission.
He has a mission, and he don't give a fuck. He's just like, nope, we're gonna do my mission. All right, cool. That was total disrespect, but boss, when he walked past him, that was boss move, 100%. Friendly reminders to keep you tuned in about the mom, yeah, for sure. Did they ever mention what happened to his dad prior to season 2? They did not. That was the first mention we got of him in the show. Was when he just popped up out of nowhere, like he came back with the milk.
Came back with the milk.
Damn, son. Damn, son.
I mean, it's the truth.
I heard you were strong, son. Let's find out if that's true. I still got these hands.
Line.
They keep throwing hints, so maybe it's leading to something. Yeah, it's true. But they said his dad had the energy of a magical beast, which makes us wonder if spending too long in a gate changes you. That's a good fucking point. That's a good point.
I don't think that it changes you. I think that, well, all right. I think it's just because I think his father has the same ability. He's playing the same game. Maybe. And his power level is just exceedingly that high that Possible. It comes off as a magical beast. Yep. I don't think being in the thing changes. I think you just get that strong.
Probably.
Because
that makes sense.
Probably going to see Jin Woo that way in just a little bit anyway.
Probably. Let's see here. Different strategies to stay under the radar until needed. Yeah, but now all of a sudden he's out there now. People know he's out now, so it is what it is. Like this is gonna happen. I think it's due to sensitivity since she's in the S class. Sensitivity enhanced since she's in the S class. Oh, that she could detect him? Yeah, probably. I would assume. I'm glad this anime doesn't have any sexualized characters like other animes. I mean, no. Yeah, I would agree with that. They don't. It's not overly sexualized. I would agree with that. Or they fall in love or feel a connection. Possible. Maybe.
What's wrong with sexualized?
All right. That's the last comment. On to episode 5 next week.